we are going to use a regression analysis for this. Refer to the previous video on how to digitize these values. I went ahead and did digitize. Insured became a 0 and a 1 over here. Working became a 0 and a 1 over here. So I've digitized the strings, and what we're going to do is we're actually going to let's insert a column, and let's take our infected column. So if you select the letter up here, it'll select the entire column for you, and you'll hit Control X to cut. You'll go to K1 and you'll paste, and we're going to get rid of I didn't look at day of infection or incubation period, so let's delete those out of here. But now we have our dependent variable, which we'll talk about in class. It's a dependent variable because it's depending on other variables to determine if you're infected or not. Something is causing you to be infected, and it's dependent on other things happening. So this is our dependent variable, and if I can figure out how to do graphics on my videos, I will put a definition, maybe some sound effects, who knows. But right now we're going to call this dependent variable, and then these are going to be our independent variables. So what we're going to do is use the data analysis. If you need to know how to turn this on, there's another video for that. But we're going to select regression, and you can see I've already played around with this a little bit, so I'm going to clear out what I've already done. And input Y range, that is our dependent variable, and we're not just going to select the entire column. We'll need to select K1, and then you can't see it on the video. Actually, let me decrease this. Yeah, well, that's not working. Well, I'm going to scroll down. I'm going to select K1, and I'm going to scroll all the way down to K30,001, and then our input range, we are going to do L1 all the way down to R 30,001. And well, I hit enter, so it kind of hides what I was going to say. If you have a label selected, you're going to want to select labels here, and I did have labels in my data set up here. So because I included labels, you want to make sure you do that in the data analysis. But here we have some cool things to look at, and what we want to look at is the p-value, and a p-value of greater than 0.15 is not going to be predictive. So the citizen ID number, that's not predictive because that's significantly greater than 0.15. But everything else, I mean, these are 0. It is so predictive that it's giving you a 0. So it looks like the only thing that we're saying is not predictive is if they're a citizen or not, or their citizen ID number.